See if we find the puddle. That was a good splash. Watch.
Here you go.
Yeah? Let's go find a puddle over in this neighborhood. Watch this one.
Okay, go. Nice.
This is the best puddle ever. Look at that.
That was good.
Smell them. They smell perfect in the rain.
They do?
Smell that one. That's the smelliest.
Okay.
Let's see.
Remember what kind of tree this is, Cosmo?
A Rocky Mountain juniper.
Good job.
Well, look, that tree is the trellis.
Totally.
Willow grapes. Do you want one?
Yeah, put one in my mouth. Thank you. I just love my garden in the rain. It makes me so happy.
Why it makes you so happy?
Well, the plants are happy because they love the rain, and I think everything looks extremely vibrant. Okay guys, there are a couple things I want to tell you. The first thing I want to tell you about is Toothpillow. I've never talked about it on my YouTube channel before, but I'm guessing if you watch this, you have school-age children who are in the middle of developing their jaws. And a lot of us are now becoming aware of this, and we're all just wishing our parents knew about it, right? If you see I have an open bite, I can't close the front teeth of my mouth because I am a tongue thruster, because I developed this terrible habit of mouth breathing growing up and thrusting my tongue, not putting my tongue up onto my palate, which made my palate more narrow. I have a really small mouth. Actually, when I go to the dentist, they have to use like kid-sized tools on my mouth. And that's obviously like partly genetic and a lot due to the habit of mouth breathing growing up. So hopefully by now you've become aware of the importance of nasal breathing. If you haven't, now's the time to educate yourself, you guys. This is such a huge missing piece to our children's health. You know, we do so much for our kids' health. We feed them the right foods, we get them outside, we let them be barefoot, and we hope we're doing enough because we want to give them a great foundation of health, and we want them to thrive. But a big missing piece that a lot of us are unaware of, I just became aware of this, 2 years ago, is nasal breathing. As adults, nasal breathing is important, but especially as children because they're developing the habit right now. In comes Toothpillow for anyone whose kids are not nasal breathing all day and all night. This is a habit corrector. It helps them keep their mouths closed, helps them breathe through their nose all night. They wear this all night long. It helps teach them to put their tongue suction to the top of their mouth so their palate can broaden. It can actually help prevent the need of braces, which is amazing. And I just have to tell you guys that this has changed things for us in my family. It has seriously helped my son, my 4-year-old. And so I really want to just shout it from the rooftops that we need to start this habit in our children now. Now, the thing is, nasal breathing is a very layered, complex issue. It is. It's not just like, oh, you just tell them to close their mouth and they'll close their mouth. It just begs the question, like, why are our children mouth breathing? What's going on? If evolutionarily nasal breathing is so important to our species thriving, why are we mouth breathing? It's a complex answer, and I can't even begin to try to answer that in this video. I don't even know the answer. I think there are a lot of things to it. Ties definitely play a role. In my experience, the children who get the ties fixed perfectly, doing all the body work as a newborn, it can be like a really huge benefit for them in terms of nasal breathing. Another huge one is eating hard food. So if we're just constantly feeding our kids pouches, applesauce, smoothies, they're not using their jaws the way they're supposed to, and so we want to be feeding them apples, things that are chewy and crunchy, like salads. We do a lot of crispy tofu in this house. My kids love tofu. Toothpillow has been amazing for us. It's been such an amazing tool to get my kid nasal breathing at night immediately. His sleep got better immediately. If you're unfamiliar with the symptoms of mouth breathing, just start down that rabbit hole right now. Go onto the Toothpillow website and start learning about it. I wish I could spend 20-30 minutes talking about it right now, but I can't. If you are interested in Toothpillow and you're ready to get your kid nasal breathing, go to Toothpillow's site and use my code Hannah for a free video consult with a trained airway dentist and $200 off treatment, which I think is a pretty great deal. Okay, there is one more thing I want to tell you guys about, and it's called sea moss. I've talked about it on my Instagram, but I don't think I've talked about it here, so let me tell you about it. The other thing I really wanted to show you guys about today is True Sea Moss. Have you guys seen me talk about this on Instagram? I know you've probably heard of sea moss now. It's like the new hot superfood. True Sea Moss is the brand I trust when it comes to sea moss. They are extremely ethical in the way they harvest their sea moss, and also they taste amazing. They have a plain flavor that I like to throw into smoothies. I like the mango pineapple one a lot, but I have been loving the cherry flavor. I think it's a new flavor and it's excellent. My kids really love it. It supports your immunity, your energy, your gut. It is the only superfood I have ever tried where I instantly feel like a difference in terms of vitality, and I notice a difference when I take it long term. You could use my link below and the code Hannah15 for 15% off, and let me know how you guys like it. It is my new daily superfood that I love, True Sea Moss. Hello and welcome to a video I'm very excited to film. Oh, you're wondering about this amazing jumpsuit. Let me show it to you. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My friend was visiting, my friend Beck, whom I have known for over 2 decades because we went to high school together, and she was visiting and she wore this adorable jumpsuit, and I said, if you ever plan on selling that, can I please buy it from you? 2 weeks later it showed up in my mailbox because she is just a very generous, wonderful friend, and I'm obsessed with it. I feel like I've never owned a jumpsuit before. And also the color and the vibe and the back. So cute, right? It's from Anthropologie. Make good friends. That is my biggest advice. Have good friends. Okay, here we go, guys. We are getting ready for kindergarten homeschool, and I'm so excited because if you guys remember last year, I was obsessed, eager beaver, starting homeschool with my then 3-year-old, and now he's 4. Aren't you starting him in kindergarten a little early? Yeah, you know what? It's fine, okay? Because he's actually totally ready for this stuff, and it's super gentle and fun. We're just calling it kindergarten. And as you'll see, it'll be like mellow. What we're doing right now is we're gonna prepare the baskets with an S, because my other son, who's 2, would lose his mind if he didn't get his own basket. So my 4-year-old is going to have his repeat basket that he had last year with some of the same supplies and some new supplies and some new activities and stuff. And then my 2-year-old is gonna get a basket with things that are like for him and for the family and stuff that he can play with while we are hopefully getting other like schooly stuff done. That's not gonna happen, is it? My 2-year-old just like, he still wants to be held all day long and be on my lap all day long. And I love it. Love it. Okay, so here is Cosmo's old basket. Kind of a mess, actually. Some old chalkboards. My mom really likes to spoil the kids sometimes and get them clothes. And I'll be honest, I don't really need a lot of clothes. So I said, hey, can you buy them back to school gifts instead? And she said yes, and I sent her links. This is a educational game I found. We have not opened it yet. Cosmo doesn't even know about it. So if you've seen this and you guys like it, let me know. The Sneaky Snacky Squirrel Game. I actually don't think it'll even fit in a basket. Hold on, I'm going way too fast. My plan is to have back to school day be special, and I would love to like start creating traditions. The night before, I want to do like some sort of tradition as a family where we like have a fire outside, and maybe we do like ice cream sundae type of like a special dessert that we do, and then we sit around as a family and talk about like what we want to learn that year, and then we write them on little notes and like pin them somewhere. I didn't come up with this, PS. I like saw this somewhere and I thought it was a really great idea, and I feel like that would really fit our family. Then I want to do like a special breakfast in the morning, and I want them to come up and wake up and it be a little bit like Christmas, and that like their school stuff's all set up. Maybe I have a banner. Ooh, I should make a banner. Running out of time. Oh, we have a new game, we have new books, we have new stuff. I'm gonna show all that to you, and it'll be really fun and exciting because we're that day are gonna start our new rhythm, which I'm gonna talk about soon. Something I am definitely including in Woody's, or maybe I'll split it up because there's 6 tubs of like non-toxic Play-Doh. I could have made my own. I've made my own Play-Doh before, but Mama doesn't have time. And so we bought these, and I think they're gonna be really great, and they're like really beautiful colors. So maybe I'll put like 3 in each basket. Okay, and then we are starting math this year. We're just introducing the concept of math. I've like semi-introduced it before to Cosmo last year, but not really. His cousins do Star Wars math books, and Cosmo thinks he likes Star Wars, but he doesn't even know what Star Wars is. He just knows the songs because he loves music, so we play the John Williams soundtracks over and over. You know, he'll grab a broom and be like, I'm a Star Wars. So he doesn't even know what Star Wars are. You're not a Star Wars, you're a Jedi, dude. Anyway, I got him the kindergarten math skills book, and I think he's gonna love it. I think kids like math more than we give them credit for because it's like puzzles. It's like this fun little thing that they get to solve. Okay, speaking of math, I found this other game. It's called Some Swamp, and it's a math game. We've never played board games with Cosmo, and he is totally going to fall in love with board games. My mom bought some books that I've been wanting. We got this from the library a while ago, and it's such a beautiful book. It's called The Raft by Jim LaMarche. And he also has a book called Pond, which we have not read, but I saw that he had another one, so we got that one too, with just beautiful illustrations and beautiful story. And then I got Woodrow some puzzles, but yeah, I'm gonna unwrap these. The last thing I got is this wooden geo board, and I got them these little sketchbooks because I really want to draw more with my children. Okay, I'm gonna start working on these boxes, and then I'll hit you up in a minute. Let's talk about the intention behind this kindergarten school year. The way I see kindergarten is he doesn't have to learn to read. He doesn't have to learn basic math. There's no milestones or benchmarks that I need to check off. I really believe in teaching the whole child, and that he's his own person and he gets to progress at his own pace, which is one of the #1 reasons I believe in homeschool and why I feel really convicted about it. If my child was in a classroom, there would be so many ways in which he would feel behind and so many ways in which he would feel bored because he's past that. And one of the many benefits of homeschooling is that we get to meet him where he's at, and he gets to lead this thing called his education, and we can follow what he's interested in and what he's good at and what he needs help in and all the things. And kindergarten, they're babies. He's still a baby, and I very much respect his inner primal need to play, and lots of nature, lots of outside time, lots of play, lots of imagination, lots of more play. And anything that we're doing that might look like school is just sort of a little extra introduction in these years. One of the biggest things that we are continuing that we've done from birth is reading to him. And what I love about the homeschool community these days, and just all the wonderful homeschool podcasts, is this emphasis on reading aloud, and you realize, oh my gosh, there are so many benefits to just reading to your child. And we knew this, right? Even in conventional school, like you should read to your kids, but beyond just the little years, like we should be reading to them beyond. And I love implementing that and maintaining that in our family culture. And it's easy for me, honestly, because I love reading so much. Something that's like a difficult part that I really want to implement would be something like nature study, where I love nature and it's a big value for our family to like raise our kids in nature. But I feel really like it's a giant gap in my education is nature study. Understanding nature, understanding insects, understanding animals. I feel like I just was barely taught, and so being able to like naturally teach that to my children is difficult. I have to like think about it and research it and like watch a video together and we get a book together. There's some things that I think come naturally to homeschool mothers and some things that require a little bit more resources, and that's normal. We all have gaps in our education, and isn't it funny that like nature is a giant gap for me? Now, a major thing that we are implementing into our homeschool rhythm this year is just that, rhythm. Our rhythm last year was nothing, and I mean, there's like a general rhythm, like we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we sort of situate our days around that, and we leave the house every day at some point. But I would like more structure. Here's the thing. I am a very go with the flow person. I love lists and I love being productive and checking things off and getting things done, but try to tell me what to do at a certain time and I just cannot do it. I think I need more structure because my children need more structure, particularly my 4-year-old. I think that if we had an expectation for what's happening every day at generally around the same time every day, we would all be happier because there would be a lot less pushback. You know when your life's a mess and you're like, oh, all I need is more baskets. That's what I need. I need baskets. That was me the other day, and I thrifted some baskets, and did it solve my problems? No. But now there's this other thing that's not baskets, but it's similar. It's called rhythm cards. I found this really awesome homeschool blogger called Treehouse Schoolhouse, and she sells this thing called the Daily Rhythm Bundle, and I bought it, and I printed it, and I laminated it because I have a laminator now. Who am I? I'm gonna try it out. And essentially what these are cards with pictures and words, but you know, not everyone in my family can read yet, so we have pictures there too. So we have a clear idea of what the rhythm is of the day. So basically, try and find the first one, would be breakfast. I know there's an egg on there. We don't eat chicken, period, but let's just pretend this is tofu. So you'd like put this up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Velcro sticky on there and stick it to this Velcro thing, and that's what I need to do right now is like set up the Velcro thing. Before I show you the rhythm cards, I'm going to show you one other thing that I printed out from this Daily Rhythm Bundle thing that I got. It's a chore chart. I'm really excited to implement chores. I just love the idea of having structure and having like this is what we do. Now his chores, he is 4 going on, he's almost 5. These chores are so simple, you're gonna laugh. We're gonna eat breakfast. His first chore is to bring his dishes to the counter or to the sink so I can wash them. He's going to get himself dressed. He's going to brush his own teeth. He's going to make his bed. He's also going to organize the shoes at the front door where people take off their shoes. And also in the evening, I want him to be able to tidy his room before bed. Super simple, and since this is laminated, he can use a dry erase marker and check it off every day. And I'm excited for this to be a new thing in our family, and we haven't started it yet. He knows about it. We made it together. He knows all about it. We just haven't started it yet. The reading curriculum we're using is Dash Into Learning, Dash Into Reading. I love them. We started it last year, and then we stopped because he was over it. He's like, I don't want to do it anymore. And I said, okay. So there's these little books. There's 3 sets of 10 books, and they start with a phonics lesson, learning these sounds, very minimal sight words, practice blending the sounds, blending the letters again, blending the sounds, and then blending them into words. So you do that, like you could do 1 a day, like literally just doing the little sounds a day. You could do like a few. Once they've mastered the little phonics lessons, they're ready to read their book, which is sort of like a reward and look what you can do now, and it gives them the sense of accomplishment. And so yeah, we started that last year. We're going to continue it this year. All right, let's find a place to hang up our new rhythm cards. So I have hung up the Velcro stickies, but I actually ran out. I'm gonna get some more, but I just like putting some up just to show you like an example of what it could look like. We might start with some breakfast, and let's say we do chores. There is one for chores here that I could put there. And then we can do a little bit of math. I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes. A little bit of reading practice. I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes. And then play outside, and then lunch, and then nature walk, and on and on. I just didn't have a chance to put all the little things on there. So we also have, you know, music. This is a big thing that we are implementing in our family culture, is practicing music every day, and a lot of read alouds. And yeah. Has anyone else out there used anything like this? Any similar sort of visual for the day? I've definitely heard this before, and we've never actually done this. So I think it could be really great. And you know, I should say, one of the reasons I'm really trying to start early with this homeschool thing, rather than just like having a free flow day every day, is because I want to set the tone for the rest of our homeschool. And I think that it is really helpful if you could start early to get yourself in a rhythm of, this is what we do, this is what our family culture looks like. So I think that's it. That's essentially what our homeschool intentions are going to be for this year. But I'll keep you posted, and I plan to film, you know, some of our homeschool days just to capture it, because I know I'm going to want to look back on these days because I love this stuff so much. And I think homeschooling is the best. I think it's so cool and so fun. Another element of, you know, what our particular family is going to look like is I do work 2 days a week. What our rhythm will look like on the days when my babysitter is here so I can get some work done will be a little different, and probably just like trying to sneak some stuff in the morning so we can maintain a rhythm. It honestly makes it harder. For all of you working homeschool moms out there, like, how do you do it? I don't understand. Can someone please tell me if there is a different way to teach lefties to write?